So Toledo, same. All right. So as you know, oh wait, they lost in the MAC championship. Back-to-back trips to the MAC championship game now. They do bring back head coach Jason Candle for his eighth season. Bring back the same coaching staff. Now, something I noticed is we kind of saw the same pattern with Toledo when he first got there. He built the program up quickly. They won a conference championship, and then there was like a year or two rebuild. After that, kind of looks like we might be looking at something along those lines. The roster got gutted. Let's let Prop Reaver get some Toledo graphics on the screen. Scrolling. Oh, first we'll get the poll going here. But Toledo's roster got gutted. As you know, Daquan Finn is gone. He's now playing for Baylor. Also, they lost their star running back, Penny Boone. He's now on Louisville. So the two main pieces of this Toledo offense that led them to the MAC championship game are now gone. They're on Louisville and they're on Baylor.
Yeah, them getting trashed by the portal / graduation's big to me. Obviously, that they're not bringing much talent back, but they do so well kind of recruiting that I think they're significantly better than everybody else in the MAC most years, which is why I'm actually surprised they haven't won more MAC championships in his time there. But yeah, I think they still have the talent. I think the guys behind Daquan and the running backs behind Boone last year were still serviceable guys. It's going to be interesting to see because the last time he went through this rebuild, he was very successful. And if this is going to be another soft rebuild, then it's going to be a very unpredictable season for this team. I think the first couple of weeks are really going to show us kind of what this team can be.
Tucker Gleason looked like shit in the bowl game.
He did. That bowl game was almost unwatchable.
So if you don't know who I'm talking about, Tucker Gleason is probably going to be getting the quarterback job here from Daquan Finn. And last year, obviously, Daquan Finn entered the portal, didn't play in the bowl game. So that was like our first real look at Tucker Gleason as the quarterback of this team. They lost that game 16-15. Their only touchdown was an 80-yard touchdown run. So Tucker Gleason did nothing in that bowl game. He dropped back to pass 34 times also. So it's not like they didn't give him any opportunities. He dropped back to pass 34 times, did nothing. Had like 170. He had like 5 yards per pass attempt. It was terrible. So I'm not confident that this dude immediately jumps in and fills the shoes of Daquan Finn, especially with the star running back gone. Yeah. They also lost their best linebacker, best defender, leading tackler. He's on the Minnesota Vikings now. He's gone. Now, ready for this? All 5 starters from the offensive line are gone for Toledo. All 5, Andy. All 5.
Yeah, and they were pretty good all-line. This team was like, it was weird. There was only like one facet of the whole game that they weren't particularly great at. It was their run defense. But like other than that, like they were pretty perfect at everything. They were better than everybody else in the MAC at everything. And I think now they'll kind of just come down back to the means. I guess what a MAC team would be. And with one more thing on Gleason is you look at his stats and you're like, wow, 8 touchdowns and 2 starts. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Good stat. He threw 48% completion percentage. So like this guy wasn't doing a good job even when he was in there, no matter what the touchdowns or all that says. Like, and that bowl game, like I said, unwatchable. But yeah, this team was pretty good in every facet last year, and losing all those guys is huge. So that's why I think like as easy as their game should be early, they're important because are these guys going to come in and fill the role of a Daquan Finn? Because like I think you were one of the people that were like, I don't know if he's as good as his stats say.
I'm not big on him, yeah.
I love Daquan Finn, and that's why I think Baylor is going to be better than a lot of people are thinking, because I thought he was a really good player and he carried this offense a lot, and obviously Boone too. Losing him obviously huge. Losing all the people they lost to on defense is huge too. So it's a replacement team right now. It's all new guys, and we're just assuming because of the name Toledo's on their helmet that they're going to be really good. And I think we're guilty of it because we did it yesterday and we did it the day before. So like we're naturally assuming because it's Toledo they're going to be good. But
yeah, well, like we're like penciling them up for 7-1 or whatever in the conference already.
Yeah,
and I like Northern Illinois better than Toledo in this conference.
I think Bowling Green's better than Toledo too.
Yeah, well, I bet I put them around the same. How about that? Now the defensive front should be okay, which is huge because there's a lot of teams in this conference. Your Central Michigans, your Western Michigans that are going to come out looking to run the ball. Ohio is going to have a strong rushing attack. So I actually think their defensive front 7 should be okay. They did lose some starters, but they brought in a few nice pieces from the portal. The run defense was decent last year, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's decent again, maybe even slightly better this year. So that's huge that their defensive front seven should be good, should be just as good, every bit as good as it was last year when you play in a conference that has a lot of rushing attacks. So I like that for Toledo, but I'm a little worried about the secondary, returning just one starter. Now, they were really deep last year, so by no means am I saying they're going to be a bad secondary. They also brought in a guy named Jadarius Perkins from Florida in the portal. So I'm not saying that their secondary is going to be all of a sudden bad, but maybe not where they were last year. And where they were last year was pretty good. They are actually 10th or 11th in the country in pass defense success rate. And now part of that is definitely they can thank playing in the conference that they play because there wasn't many quarterbacks in it. So yeah, it's easy to rack up some really nice looking pass defense numbers playing in the MAC. But
I lost.
All right, put up the schedule. Toledo schedule
is a 2-0 for sure here.
Yeah, win against Duquesne, win against UMass. At Mississippi State is a loss. At Western Kentucky is a loss.
Yeah.
Home against Miami, Ohio.
I think I'm higher on Miami of Ohio, surprisingly. So I would probably go Miami.
Toledo.
Yeah, early in the season though, I don't think it'll matter.
That's a coin flip. That's a coin flip. At Buffalo's a win, so that puts us at 3.5 wins. At Northern Illinois is a loss.
Next one, yeah.
Nope.
I knew you were going
Home
there.
against Bowling Green's a coin flip, so we'll put them at 4 wins because I say they'll win either Miami, Ohio, or Bowling Green. So it puts them at 4 wins. At Eastern Michigan is 5 wins. Home against Central Michigan, probably 6 wins. Home against Ohio, 7 wins. Away at Akron, that's only 8 wins.
Yeah.
Give me the under. Damn it, it's minus
I like
40. It's minus
I like the under too, but it's juiced. Do you, in a perfect world, I mean, could you see them stealing a Western Kentucky? I mean, they'd honestly have to go undefeated in MAC play if they were going to win.
The way I'm thinking is, in order for me to, if I bet this, in order for me to lose this bet, they're going to have to win all 3 of these games: Bowling Green, Miami of Ohio, and at Western. Oh no, they're going to have to win both of those games. Bowling Green and Western Ohio. I'm sorry, Miami of Ohio, and I think they dropped one of those 2, which puts me in the money here. Toledo under 8.5 wins.